So while I've got the camera all set up for doing ration videos, let's film another one. So this is a blueberry turnover, and this is made by Bridgeford, or Bridgeford apparently. Made in USA by Bridgeford Food Corps, 112 Progress Place, Statesville, NC, is that North Carolina? Produced for Vestley Foods UK Limited, CR5 2HR UK. So nutrition info is really easy to see there. Per 100 grams, 330 calories, 8 grams of fat, 4 grams of which saturated, carbohydrates 49 grams, 20 grams of which are sugar, 4 grams of fibre, 5 grams of protein, 1 gram of salt. And this is exactly 100 grams, that's a very nice simple number. So what this is, the blueberry turnover, it's essentially like a bread roll type thing, or a bread pastry I'd say, filled with blueberry jam. But what makes this interesting is, like I said, the ingredient list is actually pretty damn long on this one compared to some of these rations. If it wants to focus, maybe. Maybe it will focus, maybe it won't. There we go. So this actually has a really long list of ingredients compared to some things, because it's got sweeteners in and whatever else. But the weird thing is the bread itself isn't sweet. So the filling is very sweet, but the bread isn't. So to open it, it's basically one of those packets where you just rip it along the top like that. And then you have your thing. You also get some silica gel or something in there. Multisorb.com. So don't eat the silica gel. And it always leaves an imprint on there because it's vacuum packed. So that's what this looks like if you hold it in your hand. It looks like a bit of a bread roll type thing. So basically it's hollow, filled with jam. So the corners are the only bit that's really like solid bread. So yeah, the bread itself isn't very sweet. Not that bothers me, but the first time you have it, it's a bit surprising because you're thinking it's going to be a bit more like a Pop-Tart type thing, or like a bit like a cake. But the filling is very sweet. So these are really nice, actually. I can definitely see this as a good dessert option. These were £1 each from Prepper's Shop, vacuum packed, and I think these actually have an expiry date in about November. Yeah, 30th of November 2021. So there's that. So yeah, this yeah, so this is quite nice, but bear in mind, if you think it's going to be like super sweet, it's not. Again, despite the massive list of ingredients, not caused any issues for me with my ulcerative colitis. But yeah, so these work out at exactly £1 each if you minus the postage off, because obviously if you're buying a load of stuff together you don't really need to worry about postage price, but it would not be worth buying one of these on their own and then paying more postage than the cost of the thing. So these are a bit more expensive per thing if you consider them compared to some like the cereal bar type ration things, but obviously these are quite a bit of a bulkier thing. I could definitely see these good as in the sense of, you know, they definitely way outlast the best before date because it's got like that oxygen water absorber thing in the packet. So yeah, they're definitely nice in that regard. The weird bit is if you bite along the edge like that, you can see where the colour's a bit different on that edge. That's where you're only really getting the crusty bread sort of stuff. Well, it's not savoury, but it's not sweet at all if you do that. But yeah, overall, this is very nice. So again, I'll definitely get more of these if I decide to bulk buy any sort of rations at some point, either because they're super cheap because they've gone out of date, or going out of date, or I just want some rations to store somewhere. But yeah, this would be quite a nice dessert option, probably quite a good hiking food actually, because you know you can hold it in your hand easily without it getting your hand greasy or anything like that. Yeah, it's a nice sweet contrast, you know, the sweet bit to the bread bit. So yeah, overall this blueberry turnover was pretty nice. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Obviously, like with all rations, the cheaper you can get them in bulk, the better. Because there's a lot of rations where the bulk price is really good, but if you're buying 5 at once, you know, the price would be a bit too high. But yeah, if you can find these for a good price, I'd say they're probably worth it.